Howdy folks, Jamboree here. Let's talk about Thunderbirds. Thunderbirds was a British sci-fi puppet show created and produced by Jerry and Sylvia Anderson. It was about the renowned Tracy family and their jobs as the members of the International Rescue Team. It was a groundbreaking show that took puppetry, pyrotechnics and miniature sets to new levels. It proved that puppet filmmaking could be used to tell thrilling action stories and be just as ambitious as any live-action production. Little do people know that in 1966 Thunderbirds got its own feature-length movie called Thunderbirds Are Go. But is it any good? Well, let's find out. Thunderbirds Are Go is a sci-fi action thriller about the International Rescue Team being assigned to protect the Zero-X ship crew, who are on a mission to land on Mars and explore what it has to offer. This is a very neutral movie. It has dry voice acting, a slow pace and a nuanced tone. Characters rarely heighten their emotions and scenes are directed at a very relaxed speed.
Dr. Grant, Dr. Pierce.
Can you hear me?
Loud and clear.
Paul? Greg? Brad?
Now this is a tough assignment. And if this mission is successful, you will be the first men to land on Mars. This project has been the most costly yet devised by man. However, the safety of the crew and passengers still takes top priority.
This incredibly laid-back style of screen storytelling has mixed results. It certainly makes the movie atmospheric and realistic because director David Lane patiently takes his time to show us what's going on, which gives us the chance to soak in the intricate technology, detailed environments and tense situations. However, this dry approach to telling the story can sometimes get a bit boring too. I will admit that I did lose interest now and again because some scenes lack the emotion and excitement required to keep my attention. You can't blame me when most of the film is made up of characters making serious and formal communication in the calmest voices possible.
Thunderbird 2 for mobile control. Steer 002. Fly at 45,000 feet. With your present airspeed, you should sight 0X in approximately 4 minutes.
Roger, will do.
So sometimes this laid-back direction does work in the film's favour by adding to the atmosphere and tension, but at other times it makes the movie hard to get engaged in because it makes scenes feel too flat. Like I said, it's mixed results. It doesn't help that this movie doesn't feel like a cinematic effort. It comes across more like a regular episode of the TV show. I mean, International Rescue's mission in this film feels more like a run-of-the-mill affair rather than a fresh, new, exciting enterprise. Come on guys, this is your theatrical movie, amp things up a bit! The problem is that the movie doesn't seem that interested in showing how important the mission really is. You see, we don't get to immerse ourselves in the value of Zero-X's planned scientific interests, or get to know the crew or scientists themselves. There's just a brief chat amongst the Zero-X staff about what they're doing, then the film immediately moves on. This makes it hard to feel the weight, hype and gravity of Zero-X's mission, which undermines the tension and excitement of the movie, lessening its cinematic value. So yeah, this movie does feel very small and can get a bit dull from time to time, but when it does get effectively tense, boy is it exciting. There are parts of the film where I was gripped to my chair as I nervously watched in anticipation. It is just a shame that these moments are kind of rare. The emphasis is mainly on story exposition and ships getting ready to blast off. Despite the rarity of tense excitement and strong emotions offered by the film, there is some campy charm to the film to make up for it. There's some cute silly moments like a ridiculous dream sequence featuring a cameo from pop star Cliff Richard, a goofy scene where our heroes frolic by the pool, and a hilarious moment where everyone is disguised in stupidly corny facial hair. These wacky parts of the movie add some spice to the dry tone and prove that the filmmakers do have a fun sense of humour.
The water's lovely and warm.
Thunderbird 4 at your service.
So what about the puppetry? What do I think of that? This is a Puppet Panic review after all. Well, the puppets are kind of restrained because they are very facially limited, but the puppeteers make up for these glazed expressions by geniusly moving the characters in clever, subtle ways to indicate clear emotions. If you look at the puppeteering carefully, you'll notice a lot of thought has been put into the nuanced gestures, nods and shifts of the characters. It's a very clever way of adding life to the puppets without ruining the intentional, dry and serious tone of the movie. There's also something delightful about how the filmmakers use close-ups of human hands to pull off certain shots. Details like this really add lots of charm to the film. To conclude, I think that Thunderbirds Argo is a mixed bag. It puts in some decent effort. It can be exciting, tense, atmospheric, and even a bit funny too. It has its charm. But I would say that sometimes it takes itself a bit too seriously, resulting in some stilted, boring scenes. I think sometimes it can be entertaining, other times it can be flat. It's, like I said, a mixed bag. I've been Jamboree and I hope you enjoyed my review. If you did, then I encourage you to like, subscribe, and share. Did you also know that there is another Thunderbirds movie? And I'm not talking about the live-action reboot. There is a sequel to Thunderbirds Argo called Thunderbirds 6. Until the next episode, folks, cheerio.